Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, July 4th, Independence Day here in the US 2023, and this is FlossTube number 110. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, this is a channel that started out being mostly about cross stitch, and I have since added a little bit of my quilting. It seems like a lot of my quilting, but I'm getting back into it, so I've been filming a lot of my quilting. But if you're here because you saw some of my quilting videos and you're like, what is she doing? This is how I started on YouTube, was doing cross stitch videos. So I will still be doing quilting. I will still be doing cross stitch. I'm not getting rid of either one of them. So anyway, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, returning watcher, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate each one of you. I appreciate the conversations we have in the comments section. I don't always get to answer personally, and I'm trying to do better. But thank y'all so much for coming back. Okay, so today is Independence Day in the US. My husband is cutting the grass. Right now he's in the backyard. If you hear dogs barking, it's because they don't like it when he cuts their grass. And he may be moving to the front yard soon. So I'm going to try to get this video done before he starts passing in front of my window. Okay, so this is the summertime. My husband is a teacher. He is off. And so my 25/7 has been worked on. I try to work on it every week, but it's not necessarily a 25/7. So if you've been here a while, you know that my 25/7 is Amid Amish Life. This is what it's going to look like. I'm stitching mine as one piece. Originally, it was in the 1986 3 issues of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, and it was originally stitched as 3 separate pieces. But I'm stitching mine as one piece. So I got done what was my goal. Last time I filmed a FlossTube, I showed what my goal was, and I mostly met the goal. I was going to try to work on it yesterday, but I'll talk about what we did yesterday later on in the video. So here it is. Let me put all my little hanging threads down. There you go. So there it is. I worked on the hayloft right there. It's amazing how it just comes together. It just, you know, you see an empty hole, and then when you stitch it, you're like, oh, look, it's a hayloft. So I worked on the hayloft. I did a little bit of the grass down here, not a whole lot. I'm working on panel 2 right now, and so this is it. So this week I do want to go up. I want to work my way up here, get these clouds done, and then I also worked on the grass. That's true. I did work on this grass right here. So I want to just continue working my way up and then move my way across and continue down and finish all this. This is a part, this is a sign right here. And I think I know what I'm going to put on that sign, but right now I'm not terribly sure. So there it is, Amid Amish Life. I love it. I still love it. In fact, there's a piece that I want to do. It's a dimensions kit, and it's the scenic form, and I keep looking at it going, it's just like this. Not just like it, but you know, it's very similar. I'm stitching on one at a time. So when I finish this, I think I might pick up that dimensions kit of the scenic form and work on it. So there it is. Love it. Love it. I just, you know, I don't know what it is about this, but I just love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, that is Amid Amish Life. Okay, the next thing I worked on, and I only put, and I did write down my stitches, but I forgot to write them down in my imaginary notes. I didn't take notes this week. But this is God Shed His Grace. There's a group of stitchers that are doing this. We were supposed to work on Sundays, but Sundays are super busy because my son and daughter-in-law both work, so we watch the granddaughter, so there's not a whole lot of stitching on Sundays for me. But this is God Shed His Grace. I am doing a version. This is artwork by Abraham Hunter. I am doing a version by the Cross Stitch Studio. It is the cropped version, and just because it's cropped does not mean it's small. It is 341 by 341. That's it right there. I don't have a method to my full coverage pieces. I like to think I have one, but I don't. I kind of follow the typewriter method of picking a color and just kind of stitching across and just doing it that way until the, you know, it's filled in. But then, you know, I go willy-nilly up there. So there's that. So here is what I have. Basically what I did this go round was I did purpose of myself, because before I was just stitching however I felt like it. So now I am trying to do go all the way across the top, and then kind of continue that every 10 squares, 10 by 10 square. So I do use 18 count pre-gridded for my full coverage because I can't count. So this is what I have. So I basically worked across here. Just picked a color, worked across, picked a color, worked across. So that is what I'm doing. So right now, I am trying to work on this at least once every 2 weeks, but I only put 100 stitches in. But lucky for me, they were almost all across the top. So I feel like I got a good bit done in that method. But that's it right there. So, like I said, I mean, I guess it's a method. It's, you know, the typewriter method. So, I don't get as much stitching done as I'd like. Hopefully soon my life returns to a new normal, but a normal where I can stitch a little bit more. Which is why I'm doing quilting, because I can close the door. Stitching, I stitch in the living room. So it's not like I can, you know, put it away quickly. But quilting, I can just shut the door and I'm done. Okay, the next full coverage piece that I worked on was the mini patchwork quilt room. This is a chart by Heaven and Earth Design, and I cannot think right now off the top of my head who the artist is. But that's it right there. And again, I think I got about, maybe 200 stitches in. I want to say this one I got a lot in. And I did. So this one I'm starting the bottom left. Bottom right. Bottom right. So this is it right here. So you can see I've gone across. And I got a good bit across. I mean, obviously not the whole piece, but, you know, a good bit across. So this is what I worked on right here, this little area. I had already come to right here, and so I just picked my colors and just kept going across. I'm trying not to go too far up. I'd hate if I had to rip some out because I did make a mistake, but so I'm trying not to go too far up. So that's what I did. Let me see. This looks like it's, I have no idea what this is. I'm looking at the picture, I have no idea. Anyway, but this is where I'm at. So, like I said, I got a couple hundred. I think I don't think it was 200, but it was definitely close to 200. Okay. So this is a chart called Pageant of Kings. It is by, I think it's, I don't know. I'm not going to lie, so I'm not going to say who it is by. But it was in the premiere issue of Treasures in Needlework. And it is this one. I love this piece. It's so pretty. I dyed this fabric. I believe it's 28 count. But this is it right here. This is a 28 count, and I just took a blue and just, I think it's a Denim blue, and just dyed it. So I am working on the middle king. My goal this year is to finish him. So this is it right here. So I worked on this side. I think last time you saw it, I had most of this done. So I basically went and outlined it. I had hoped to start the Kreinik DMC blend, but I didn't get to that. That's these little emblems right here. I did this. I worked on some of these. I'm trying to bring it down. Like I said, I want to try to finish this king this year. I don't know how that's gonna work, but anyway, so this is what I got done. All this. So this was my, what I like to refer to as my fancy piece, because it has beads and sparkly threads and whatnot. So that is this. This will go away. All of this will go away, except for Amid Amish Life and the next piece that I'm going to show you. But all of this will go away. I will choose a new fancy. I'll choose a new sampler. I'll choose a new focus on a finish. Although I don't think I worked on a sampler this month. No. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to choose next for my fancy piece, but this is it right here. This is what I did for June. I think I got a lot. I mean, I got a good bit done. Considering how much I actually stitched, I'm actually kind of impressed with what I got done. But anyway, so here he is. Hopefully the next time I pick him up, I'll get a bit more done. The summers are just so busy for us that I don't set goals. I don't set goals during the summer. Okay, so this next piece is the Shannon Christine 12 Days of Christmas. I do not have a mock-up of this, but I am starting on I started day 3. Okay, cycles. I had to mark top, and there it is. So this is 3 French hens. And so that is the beginning of a French hen. So I'm hoping to give this a little bit of work today. We'll see. I do hope to finish this in July. Get back to trying to do one a month. But hopefully I can get this done. So this is what I got done. Small start, but it was a good start. It was a really, really good start. It was all one color. It's on 14 count Aida, so it's super easy to count. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, I could just go back to 14 count Aida, but I do like my 18 count Aida and my 28 count even weave if I do need to use an even weave. So that's it right there. Good start, good start. I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. I had lost the fabric that I used to cut, and so I cut for these ornaments. So I cut some more, and then one of the reasons why I can't do a whole lot of stitching is my husband and I have been cleaning out our guest room, which is where everything went when my son and his wife moved back. And so I found the fabric after I had already cut like 5 or 6 more pieces of a different blue, but I was like, well, I'm going to use them and see what happens. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is Blackbird Design. 'Tis the Season. This is it right here. I am doing mine in I use all DMC unless it does call for metallic threads. Then I'll use metallic threads. So I am not going to put the words. And I was originally going to bring these down here. I saw a lady that did that, but I think it's busy enough that it doesn't. All this is busy enough that I don't think it needs that. So I don't know. We'll see. So I got a good big done. This is my focus on a finish for this year. And I remembered what my other focus on a finish is, and I'm gonna stitch that this month, and that is Ironwork Gate. I thought it was City of Romance, but there's no way. There's no way City of Romance will get done. But this is, I remember Ironwork Gate was my other focus on a finish. Okay. So back to this piece. This is my focus, one of my focus on a finish pieces for this month. Here it is. Got a little bit of bird done. I had started the bird last time you saw it. Now I am using DMC variegated. I think it's 115. And I'm loving the look. Loving it. I'm glad DMC has come out with variegated floss. I wish they would come out with a little bit more, but I'm really, really happy with this one. So hopefully the next time this little guy comes around, which it will be, I have the 3 focus on a finish. So next month will be, July will be Ironwork Gate. August will be Christmas Garden. So he will come out in September. I don't think they'll be finished this year, but it's a good little focus on a finish. It'll carry over in the next year. So this is him. He looks like a little bird. I'm so excited. Now this was hard for me because I'm not used to working with variegated. So I wasn't quite sure what I needed to do, but I just kind of stitch, and however the variegation lies, that's how it lies. So I'm going to, here we go, I'll show you this. Right here. This part right here, I totally forgot about that and just stitched across. So I had to rip out a bunch because I was just stitching across. So I think the next time I pick it up, I'm going to go ahead and stitch this. Stitches, his face is done. Okay, and then that way I can just stitch across and not have to worry about stopping and starting and whatever. So anyway, so that is my stitching for the week, 2 weeks. I do have a tiny bit of haul, and I do have a little bit of quilting stitchy kindness. If you watched my Sew Sampler box unboxing, I showed that I got the new month. I subscribed, but I missed out on the first 2 patterns of their pressed flowers quilt, which I really want to make. And so a very kind viewer, thank you, you know who you are, did a trade with me. I had a ruler in the box that I already had, and so I sent her the ruler, and she sent me the 2 patterns. So this is them right here. So I just need to, I have some French General fabric that I think I might want to use for this. I'm not sure. I hoard my French General, I hoard my Aunt Grace fabrics from the 1990s, and I hoard my Civil War. Civil War would be very pretty. So I need to look and see what I have, get some fabrics together, print out their fabric requirements. It's going to be scrappy, but I am excited about this. Thank you so much for the trade, and hope you get your ruler soon. And the next thing, I did order something. Now I have 2-3 fancy ladies that I am stitching. I'm stitching 4, if you count my lavender lace. Ooh, that's a lot. Anyway, I have several fancy ladies that I am stitching. So when I get one 50% complete, this is my new, I will not start a new type of stitching until I get 50% complete of any type. So no more, you know, they're just guidelines. They're not steadfast rules or anything, but anyhow, I want to try to get Blue Moon Angel. I want to get her finished before I start, or at least I want to get that moon done, mostly done before I start a new fancy lady. So my point is, my haul, some memorabilia charts. Okay, so the first thing I got was I got my Nora Corbett's 12 Days of Christmas. Apparently I bought number 4 and never bought number 3. So here is 3 French hens, and here is 5 gold rings. Now, I missed out on getting the queens, the seasonal queens. I think they discontinued autumn, and if you know Mirabilia Nora Corbett charts, when they become discontinued, you have to win the lottery to buy them. So I missed out. Well, I had been looking at this pattern a lot. Every time it would pop up, I'd look at it, and I never noticed that it was seasonal. And I was like, how did I miss that? Until somebody showed it on one of the Mirabilia groups, and I was like, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get it before it goes, before it's discontinued. And that is Dressmaker's Daughter. So yes, they're seasonal. You have your winter, spring, summer, and autumn dresses. And I'm going to make these. So, so I bought it. I'm like, this is going to be my seasonal piece. I'm not a seasonal decorator, so I wouldn't have been the type to, I don't think I could have put my queens up just 3 months out of the year. That's craziness. All the work you could do that. I don't think I could have done that. But this I thought was pretty. Not as huge as 4 queens would be, but so pretty. I just love them. And you know what I like about them? I love mirabilias. I have a hard time with faces. And so this fulfills that requirement of beautiful dresses, no heads and faces and arms and skin and whatnot. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I went ahead and bought it. So that's it. That's all stitchy. Oh, I do have, if y'all come back Thursday, I did finish my first 60 by 60 quilt top. And so that is done. I will be showing that off and picking my new quilt top that I'm going to work on and show you that a project that I've been working on. My husband's texting me. Let me see what he's saying. Hold on. Okay, he was asking if he can cut the front yard down. Anyway, so where was I? Quilt top. So I finished it. So come back Thursday. I will be recording a video probably either tomorrow or Thursday and showing you that quilt top. I'll show you some projects that I'm working on, and I will choose my next quilt top to start. So anyway, I am done with stitching. Now at the personal. I did get an injury stitching that quilt top because I was rushing. I had to rip a whole row. It was just... And then I reached behind me to grab something, and my, you know, the bar that goes up and down that holds your needle, caught my thumb, caught my finger. Not too bad, but it bled like crazy. It didn't bleed on my quilt top, so I'm good. But anyway, so that happened to me. I was so frustrated. So the next night, my husband decided to watch Jaws. I don't like people getting killed, so I came in here and finished it, ripped it up, finished it, got it done. So I will be showcasing that Thursday on my quilt video. Okay, so that is that. Yesterday, my daughter's boyfriend, we celebrated his birthday. It was in June, but with everybody's schedules and everything, we weren't able to do it. So we did it yesterday, had a great time. He is such a good kid. He's not a kid, he's 23. He's such a sweet young man. But anyway, he is really great, and my daughter's happy, and so that makes us happy. We're hoping, you know, soon. They've been dating over a year. You know, we rush things in our family. My husband and I dated 7 months before we got married. Like, my parents dated 6 months. They met in August, married in February. So we just kind of do things a little quick around here. But my daughter's taking her time. So anyway, but and I'm fine with that. I'm like, you know, you need to make sure you're really sure. You know, if you're not really sure, but they are talking about it. But he graduates in August. He graduates from college in August. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, so we have that going on, and so we did that yesterday, and you know, like I said, summer's just crazy. Summer's just, we have tons of birthdays starting. My daughter, May 17th, my daughter-in-law, me, we have Mother's Day in May, and then we have 2 birthdays in June and 2 in August. My husband goes back to school, and y'all, in just like a month. It's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, so that's what we've been doing. That's pretty much it. Baby is growing. Oh my gosh, she's starting to laugh and coo and talk, and it's so much fun. It's hard to believe that this month she'll be 3 months old. So we've just been having a blast with her. She's like her daddy, though. She doesn't like being around a lot of people. So there's that. But we've just been, that's pretty much what our summer's been. Just, you know, cleaning and getting everything ready and organized. We're just trying to get that room emptied out is basically what we're trying to do. And anyway, that's it. That's all I have. Nothing more. I've just been sewing as much as I can, stitching as much as I can. Hopefully when he goes back to school, I can get back into my routine. We will see. And, you know, we'll see how that goes. So Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate each one of you. I appreciate, like I said, the comments that you leave me. It really means a lot. I will see you guys hopefully Thursday, Lord willing. If not, you don't watch that video, I will see you in 2 weeks with another FlossTube. I will see you guys later. Have a good weekend. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.